In a move that could potentially impact millions of Americans, Congress is currently considering a proposal that would provide a one-time payment of $1,500 to Social Security and Social Security Disability Insurance SSDI recipients. This proposal has sparked intense debate and raised numerous questions about the future of these crucial programs. As the nation grapples with ongoing economic challenges and concerns about the long-term sustainability of Social Security, this potential payment has become a focal point for discussions about how best to support retirees and disabled individuals. To understand the significance of this proposal, it's essential to consider the context of Social Security and SSDI in the United States. Established in 1935 as part of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal, Social Security has long been a cornerstone of the American social safety net, providing financial support to retirees, survivors of deceased workers, and some disabled individuals. SSDI, a related program, specifically assists those who are unable to work due to long-term disabilities. As of 2024, approximately 70 million Americans receive some form of Social Security benefits, with about 8 million of those being SSDI recipients. These programs have been instrumental in reducing poverty rates among the elderly and providing crucial support to disabled individuals and their families. However, both Social Security and SSDI face significant challenges in the coming years. According to the latest projections from the Social Security Administration, the combined trust funds for these programs are expected to be depleted by 2034. While this doesn't mean the programs will cease to exist, it does mean that benefits could be reduced by about 20% if no changes are made. Several factors contribute to this looming shortfall, including an aging population with baby boomers retiring in large numbers, increasing life expectancy leading to benefits being paid out for longer periods, a declining ratio of workers to beneficiaries, and rising healthcare costs, particularly affecting SSDI. These challenges have led to ongoing debates about how to ensure the long-term sustainability of these vital programs. The proposed $1,500 payment aims to provide immediate relief to Social Security and SSDI recipients. Under this proposal, all current beneficiaries would be eligible for the payment, regardless of their current benefit level. The payment would be made as a single lump sum, separate from regular monthly benefits, and would be funded using general revenue funds rather than drawing from the Social Security trust funds. Proponents argue that this payment would provide much-needed relief to beneficiaries facing rising costs of living, particularly in light of recent inflationary pressures. Supporters of the proposal offer several arguments in its favor. They contend that this payment would provide immediate financial assistance to millions of Americans who are struggling to make ends meet, with inflation hitting retirees and disabled individuals particularly hard. An extra $1,500 could make a real difference in their lives. Advocates also point out that many Social Security and SSDI recipients are living on fixed incomes that haven't kept pace with the rising cost of living. They argue that this payment could help address this gap and provide a financial cushion for those most in need. Furthermore, supporters suggest that the payment could have a positive impact on the broader economy by putting money directly into the hands of consumers who are likely to spend it, potentially stimulating economic activity and supporting local businesses. However, the proposal also faces significant opposition and criticism. Critics argue that while supporting seniors and disabled citizens is important, this one-time payment doesn't address the long-term sustainability issues facing Social Security and SSDI. They view it as a band-aid solution that could potentially worsen the program's financial outlook. Opponents also point out that the $1,500 payment would be an expensive undertaking, potentially costing over $100 billion. They contend that these funds would be better spent on structural reforms to ensure the long-term viability of Social Security and SSDI. Another concern raised by critics is the potential inflationary impact of injecting such a large amount of money into the economy. They worry that this could lead to higher prices, effectively negating the benefits of the payment for recipients. Some also question the fairness of providing a flat payment to all recipients regardless of their financial situation, arguing that a more targeted approach focusing on those most in need would be more effective and fiscally responsible. If implemented, this proposal would have significant impacts on Social Security and SSDI recipients. For many beneficiaries, an extra $1,500 could provide much-needed financial relief, helping to cover essential expenses such as medical costs and prescriptions, home repairs or modifications, utility bills, food and other necessities, or paying down debt. For those living on tight budgets, This payment could offer a temporary reprieve from financial stress and improve their quality of life. However, it's important to note that this would be a one-time payment, not a permanent increase in benefits. Recipients would need to plan carefully to make the most of this potential windfall. Beyond the direct impact on recipients, this proposal could have wider economic implications. Proponents argue that the payment could act as an economic stimulus, with millions of Americans receiving an extra $1,500 that would likely be spent quickly, potentially boosting consumer spending and supporting local businesses. However, critics warn of potential negative consequences, arguing that such a large influx of cash could contribute to inflation, potentially driving up prices and eroding the purchasing power of all Americans, including the very people the payment is meant to help. There's also the question of how this payment would be funded. If it's financed through additional government borrowing, it could contribute to the national debt and potentially impact future generations. The political landscape surrounding this proposal is complex. While it has gained support from some members of Congress, particularly those concerned about the financial struggles of seniors and disabled Americans, it faces significant hurdles to becoming law. The proposal would need to pass both the House of Representatives and the Senate, and then be signed by the President. Given the current political climate and concerns about government spending, this could be a challenging process. The proposal's fate may depend on factors such as bipartisan support or opposition, the overall economic situation at the time of consideration, competing legislative priorities, and public opinion and advocacy efforts. It's important to note that many similar proposals have been introduced in recent years without becoming law. However, the ongoing discussions highlight the continued focus on addressing the needs of Social Security and SSDI recipients. While the $1,500 payment proposal has garnered attention, it's just one of many ideas being discussed to address the challenges facing Social Security and SSDI. Other proposals under consideration include gradually increasing the retirement age, raising or eliminating the cap on income subject to Social Security taxes, adjusting the formula for cost of living increases, implementing means testing for benefits, and exploring new funding sources, such as a financial transaction tax. Each of these options comes with its own set of pros and cons, and finding a sustainable long-term solution will likely require a combination of approaches. The key is to find a balance between providing adequate support for current beneficiaries and ensuring the long-term sustainability of these crucial programs. Any solution will require careful consideration of demographic trends, economic projections, and the diverse needs of Americans. For current Social Security and SSDI recipients, it's important to stay informed about developments related to this proposal and other potential changes to these programs. However, it's crucial not to make financial decisions based on the assumption that this payment will happen, as it's still just a proposal at this stage. Recipients should continue to budget and plan based on their current benefits. They may also want to consider reaching out to their representatives in Congress to share their thoughts on this proposal and other issues related to Social Security and SSDI. For those who are not currently receiving benefits but expect to in the future, it's important to keep an eye on discussions about the long-term sustainability of these programs and consider how potential changes might impact their retirement or disability planning. Exploring additional ways to save and prepare for their financial future is also advisable. In conclusion, the proposal to provide a $1,500 payment to Social Security and SSDI recipients is a complex issue with far-reaching implications. While it could provide immediate relief to millions of Americans, it also raises important questions about the long-term sustainability of these crucial programs. Regardless of whether this specific proposal becomes law, the ongoing discussions highlight the importance of these programs to millions of Americans and the need to address the challenges they face. As this debate continues, it's crucial for all citizens to stay informed and engaged, as the future of Social Security and SSDI will impact not just current recipients, but generations to come.